Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of the My Sims games for Nintendo Wii are so weird, or whatever I called it. Here is the recap of what happened in the last episode. I showed you my vast My Sims for the Wii collection, and spoke of the arduous struggle to find them in the CEXs across the land. Oh yeah, and I also played My Sims and My Sims Kingdom. Didn't we have a swell time though? In the time that's passed, they've announced a retro re-release of those two games in November no less. Coincidence? I think not. Prudence's impact, baby. Pooh's legacy will live on. So in this part 2, I will be playing MySims Party and MySims Racing. So perhaps a retro re-releases on the cards for them. But EA, you should remake the Urbz. Or don't. I want to gatekeep it. It's my green diamond game. Anyway, me loves, enough faffing about. On with the game! So, 5 months after the release of My Sims Kingdom in October 2008, My Sims Party was released in the March of 2009. And I just want to convey to you all, dear viewers, how much I hate this My Sims leitmotif. I hate it with a passion. Let's start as we mean to go on, as we are greeted by Buddy the bloody bellhop, tripping up alongside the cat girl and a monkey. What dreams are indeed made of. I confidently press the dream festival mode and optimistically name my town Pooey Bollock, but regretfully it has got to be this. Not even room for a cheeky J. Mayor Rosalind says her usual rubbish accompanied by DJ Candy, Gothboy and Buddy. Oh come on, we're already well acquainted with your love. Know how much you love your bloody paperwork. Almost like an inside joke hidden from me, she says festivals. Okay. Suddenly, they all tilt their heads at the same time. I'm a bit creeped out. Unwillingly told all this information about these festivals, and sometimes outrageous minigames created by the townsfolk. Our favourite characters are then shown within this scrapbook. One indeed to show the grandkids. If we excel in the festivals, new Sims will move into town and will earn trophies to display as monuments within the town. Oh, and we've got to make the Fezzies a success to make Pooey Bollock world famous. Oh love, she's already world famous. Now let the festival begin. Dear viewers, time to create a Sim. What is this, Terry? Looks like Richard bloody Schweikart from, you know, that lawyer bloke. And it takes bloody ages for this shite to load. Oh my god, the agonising loading screens. It's somewhat worth it though. I can have beloved Trevor eyes or Vincent eyes. And yes, whilst one can don many a different garment, some are rather cute. The excruciating time it took for me to get back to this "you come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding" outfit, and here she is. Pooh has fallen into a life of crime, flogging counterfeit prom night gonks to the wizard bloke. She's not had a facelift per se, just a tightening up as it were, and also the face tap footy rights in it. Ah yes, the look of a true criminal mastermind. And what is this? Nunchuck is not needed. All that money down the drain. Speaking of drains, the bloody toilet doesn't work in this game. Oh boy. Wasn't that a sign of things to come indeed? As I exit my forsaken abode, I bump into Buddy where I'm inundated with an influx of oh my goshes. I've had it already. So together, me and Buddy head to the Dream Festival site, greeted by MC Emmy and her partner, Mitch. She begins on her bollocks about festivals.
Alright, I should talk more about the festivals.
Oh no, love, please don't.
You and your teammates,
I said don't.
Teams that win could receive a really nice money.
Please.
You can place your monuments in any empty land around the town. Isn't that sweet? I'm pretty sure that's the best thing I've ever heard.
Well, isn't that just sad then? I go and join a stinking fest, and our team is me and our Tezza.
Oh, hi pal, it's me, Buddy. Welcome to the Pooey Bollock Opening Festival. I'll do my best to keep it running smoothly.
Oh, a man of many talents, isn't he? The competitors board a bus for the first minigame to help Buddy do his bloody job. Can't get the staff. The Wii remote has expelled a noise. Daryl? What is this bollocks? And there's of course a Rosalind paperwork minigame, which I lose. And now a pizza minigame? Why is Pooh's voice so deep and sultry? Now time for the results, and our body is tallying up the scores to some rockabilly ditty. Buddy slags off the people who come in last place.
I could have done better. Let's all boo them.
And may I ask why the cat and monkey keep on running up? Pooh and Tezza, as predicted, won, and we unlock a load of shite. What? Hold the boat? Chef Gino has moved in. Wow, this is just, yeah. And this building is just, yeah. The next host is Poppy, that of the Happy Fezzy, an influx of minigames, a quiz show that I hate, but the bee woman, I love her. But I changed my mind because this game is a rigged rigor-morris. Then, of course, I receive a blank bloody card. But at least I do love a good rhythm minigame. Yummy in my tummy. I begin to get very angry, but it's okay, it's over. Pooh won, and crisis averted as we have indeed received a circular roof. Now on to the pretty festival, and bloody hell, it's Dolly Dickhead, innit? And if we win, we'll receive the prettiest monument, boarding the bus and losing minigame after minigame. I begin to ponder this Daryl song, it sounds familiar. It reminds me of bloody Sheila Take a Bow. And let me sing it for you now. Sheila take a bow, and don't go home tonight. Come out and find the one that you love and who loves you. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree? Now why is this bin called pink if she likes blue? Anyway, the minigames inevitably continue. Clara, you'll cough. Renee, you'll cough. What the hell is this shite? I can't even move. Guess who lost? Alas, the next festival has been unlocked. The music festival. I bet it's DJ Candy. And you know what? It bloody is. What the hell is wrong with this game? There's something severely wrong with this game. And then there's a Chaz McFreely minigame. And why are they getting so many points and I'm left with naff all? DJ Candy says, doesn't it feel good to watch your score increase? Are you being sarky, love? None of these minigames make any sense. And then, oh my god, it's getting out of hand. Linda's minigame. What the? I decide to maybe play a festy without the pressure of recording. Maybe that's why I'm underperforming. And then bloody Chaz moves in. And I didn't manage to record him.
Ooh, your announcement. Chaz has moved in.
It's my last bloody straw. I was going to unlock all the festivals, but you know what? From boarding the bloody bus, the wretched loading screens, bloody Daryl's Sheila Take a Bow cover, mystery card selection, the bloody minigames where about 5 of them bloody work, to the questionable bloody motion controls. This game is abysmal. I had to take a break from the MySims series. Pooh needs a spa day. There's a dark rage within me, ignited by this atrocious game. The foul mood it generated. I tell you now, I'm glad I didn't stream it. I was channeling my inner Poofesha. The Wii remote and telly were almost destroyed from the rage that was generated. I had to remove myself from society for a few days. I fear of what I may say, but I'm now ready to say, abysmal, abysmal, abysmal. Shortly after MySims Party came the release of MySims Racing in June 2009, developed by Artificial Mind and Movement. And I'm struck with, what game did I play that made me hate this developer so much? Dead by Daylight? Oh, The Sims 2 Pets for Game Boy Advance. Oh, all is forgiven, it's fine. It's all in the past now. I ponder, what bollocks will I be forced to endure in this game? But anything will feel like a holiday after that MySims Party. Jesus. Oh, and aren't we just off to a flying start as I'm welcomed by the Chaz McFreely, just drifting in. I decide to take a gander through the extras. Sim animals. Why? Tell me why. I am actually kind of nostalgic for it. There's also cheats. Sorry everyone, poo does not work. I decide then to instead opt for the story mode. The town formerly known as Speedville. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Pooey bollock now, with the lack of space yet again for a cheeky J, we are told the tale of the town formerly known as Speedville. Somewhere in the valley between Snowy Mountain, Danger Canyon and Greenwood Forest was a quaint little town called Pooey Bollock, led by billionaire Sir Charles. I remember him. They all share the common passion of motor racing. Pathetic. But one day, Sir Charles disappeared, and one by one, the racers left town, heading out to greener pastures and bigger circuits, no longer with the roar of the engines heard around town, and the old racetracks now deserted, soon fell into disrepair. The dream, however, never left the folks of Pooey Bollock. Even today, the hope of a new star racer coming to their town lives on in their hearts. So this is the same game again, but with cars. Why has it always got to be about a town? Pondering a new star racer. Oh, you know what that means. It's time to create a sim. Bloody hell. Old Gabby jump scare as he appears on my screen asking if I'd like to hear the greatest racing story ever. No, not really. Is this Diddy Kong Racing? Didn't think so, love. Then he begins on his Gabby jog and Premier Ride, or whatever you kids call it these days. Then goes on to say, I don't reckon Makoto knows she's a robot, so don't go breaking the poor girl's heart by telling her, alright? Well, I mean, the last time we bloody saw her, she was pretending to be a bloody tree. Right, here we go again. Chapter 2, turn the next page. Pooh had such a rough bloody time in MySims Party that the fillers have well and truly been dissolved. She's knackered, she's not serving, she's officially done. Oh my god, Makoto? What? Okay, fine. So I put another dime in that jukebox baby, so to speak. And yes, our shills Diddy shall do, to accompany while I customise the motor. Unsure of what to do with the motor. I'm not exactly a bitch who likes cars. Well, suddenly this has become the LGBTQ plus wagon. Footy rights, everyone. And look at the bloody state of Pooh. Onwards and upwards, though, we head to old Gabby with that I want candy type beat. So you want to be a racer, huh? Old Gabby ain't convinced.
Oh, please, I want to be a racer.
I'm not sure that sorry old car could make it round the track. The homophobia is rife. After collecting all his stinking flags, he calls me a git. What? Can I use this? Can I use this nunchuck? Fellas, the nunchucks can be well and truly used. Anyway, this bloke, old Gabby, says that his old granny drives better than me and she's 112 years old. How has this bloke still got a granny when his name is literally old? Dr. F then fiddles with me motor so it'll generate F energy when collecting crystals or performing manoeuvres. The F energy will boost your speed. And no worries guys, essences are in this game too, but the little plum bobs. I found myself now taking on the Pooey Bollock Racing School driving test. I haven't even done my theories yet. The DVLA will have something to say about this, but as Pooh returned to the driving school, and it's time for a little cutscene, picture book story thing, and I've got to say, by the way, I really like the art style at this part for some reason. Anyway, old Gabby and Morcubus are having a lover's tiff, oh dearie, proclaiming he will not sell to him, calling Morcubus a git. Morcubus, ever the charmer, is like, come Gabriel, be reasonable. How could you resist the charms of old Morky? But Gabby yet again says those three letters. Git. All right, I'll go. But I'll be back, Gabriel. You haven't heard the last of the infernal Morcubus. Why you? Old Gabby splutters as he quite literally is eating Morcubus's dust. Apparently in this game, Pooh can actually string together more than 3 words. She says, what did he want? He wants to turn Sir Charles's racing track into a landfill. Pooh inquires what Sir Charles is. Apparently old Gabby's oldest friend, or he was, He disappeared, crossing the ocean in his hottie air balloon 10 years ago. Like maybe he's dead. Anyway, Pooh, why did you inquire? We have to listen to all this shite now. Sir Charles, or Ace as I like to call him, made a fortune selling tyres. His real passion though was racing. Wait, are you sure it's not bread? Because he kind of looks like Paul Hollywood. Can't believe he caused that car crash though. He was dang right obsessed with it. He won every race he entered. We were a team back then. Those were the days. That's when Ace started planning Pooey Bollock. He wanted to make the world's racing capital right where we're standing. Trouble is, Morcubus had his eye on the same piece of land, and he knew Ace never backed down from a challenge, no matter how risky. That dirty varmint tricked Ace into making a little wager. Whoever won the ultimate cup would get the deed to the whole darn blinking town. Now, before a big race, Ace always took a balloon ride, to clear his head. Only this time, he never came back. Morcubus claims the bet is off, thinks the town belongs to him. But hey, you shouldn't let Gabby get you down. You passed your test, you should celebrate. Oh yeah, let's celebrate. Friggin' miserable twat over here. Almost immediately cheered up by none other than Tobor being a little guy once again. So, in this game, we help our mates by doing various things racing style, such as collecting their items, be it wrenches or pizza, coming first, second or third in a random race, and completing a time trial. TTB like. Completing these challenges makes the MySims characters, house, business, residence, whatever, bigger. As if it even matters though, because we can't even explore this depiction of Pooey Bollock. Just admire it on our ickle map. But completing these challenges in turn reveals our rivals within the game, which first includes a time trial and then a one-on-one battle with the despicable beings themselves. Throughout the game we receive various things to improve our motor, like its movement and its appearance. And here she is, the first of many arrival, the woman out of Toy Story. But this time she's a fire engine. And may I ask, why are we uppy downs now? Chef Twat wants to know if we can survive Gino's gauntlet of challenges. And once survived and thrived, I happen upon him, Chaz McFreely. I heard there was a new racer in town. Do you know where I can find her? What? You're the racer? I was told she was extreme to the max. Oh, Chaz love, you will indeed begin to cough, darling. And then he starts throwing a tantrum. This is a broadcast message for a warning. I want this man to be no more. And once we've beaten his time trial, it's time for a one-on-one race. Are you ready for some extreme racing? The McFreely Initiative. And although I beat him, I feel like this medal should be somewhat golder. After helping Bob and Gino respectively, I earned myself a ratchet by Block Party. I have well and truly earned enough races to partake in our first championship, which of course I thrive in. Oh wait, there's another race. Nevertheless, Pooh will always win, even if it was a draw. But what's with this cheerleader bin and this weird crowd? And why is Chaz so small? Or are we so big? Makes one ponder. Finally, racing has come back to Pooey Bollock. The townsfolk were more than happy to welcome the few curious tourists who were drawn to the action. The Town Cup celebrations lasted all the way into the night. Filthy little stop-outs. Not everyone seemed to join in the festivities. Oh, the deplorable Gabby. How about that? One little championship and the people are all back to their old selves. Mysterious stranger is like, the girl, how good is she really? Old Gabby replies, Pooh, she's got spunk. Spunk? Spunk, everyone. Blasphemy. This game is cancelled. We must find out if this girl is Pooey Bollock's final hope. Mayor Rosalind hops in just to let me know that she'll be having more registration forms. We all know how much she loves paperwork. Then earn ourselves star number 2. I can't remember earning star number 1, but you know what? I'll take 2. Nevertheless, we make our way to Greenwood Forest. Wait, Greenwood Village is in Diddy Kong Racing? Excuse me? Answers. Goth boy ever the delight, being a miserable sod. As per. And wait. His challenge name. Where angels fear to tread. Where angels fear to tread. You go rushing in. I help various friends with their tedious challenges until I happen upon our Trevor. And you know how much I love our Trevor. I don't care. I'm reading out his passage. Greetings, fellow traveller. I'm Trevor Verily, humble purveyor of the dramatic arts at your service. I'm researching a new role, and I seek inspiration from a true hero. I hear you oft success in the face of a great adversity. Could I see you in action on the track of wonders? Yeah, right, love. We chance upon another rival, the man himself, King Roland, of course saying some shite about cupcakes. Once slaying the time trial, he proclaims,
You have proven yourself worthy of racing me. Let us duel around the lake, Lady Pooh. Will you pick up the gauntlet and race me?
Well, if you call me a lady. Anyway, after many attempts of trying to beat this pissing fella, I finally, and wait, were his eyes always like this? Kind of weird. Helping more apparent friends with their repetitive challenges, such as this slag calling me ma chérie. Oh, my lady. I beat our next rival, DJ Candy. It's time to begin the next championship. And there is more races. You'd think it was a bloody racing game or something. Pooh inevitably wins, I mean, it's in a name. Meanwhile, back at Morcue Court. My friends, the situation is dire. You mean to tell me this balding bloke is a bad guy? As you may have heard, that pesky Mayor Rosalind has started once again to organise the racing championships. She clearly believes the new racer of hers, what's her name? Wait, is that Sir Vincent? Why does he look so? She believes Pooh, trained by our old friend Gabriel, is some sort of racing prodigy who will save the town from my wrath. Morky, now standing on the table. Mork, you'll see, on show for the world to see. I want you all to go to Pooey Volok and humiliate their champions on the track. That's not very nice, is it? The terrible Morcubus has taken care of everything. We have someone on the inside who will assist you. Soon, the people of Pooey Bollock will see that their town belongs to me. Me! Mwahahaha. Anyway, we've now got a 3rd star to add to our 2 stars received at a prior time collection. Yeah. I go see Trevor again. Greetings again, Pooh. My performance as Monty Guapo was a smash hit. The people were on their feet, throwing vegetables to signify their appreciation. I wonder if you could have licked the same response with one of your wondrous race performances. Alright, mate. This game is so stressful. Huzzah! I feel the rays of inspiration shine upon me. Dear Pooh, I've recounted your legendary exploits to the rest of the ensemble, and they were astounded. In fact, they were wondering if you could do them the pleasure of an encore performance. You're alright, mate. Genius! A performance worthy of master actor Anthony Quap. Please accept this from your new fan. And he gives me a gesture. It gives me a gesture. Helping these random people with their stinking challenges. Then I had to, Snowy Hills or something? Oh, Snowy Mountain, everyone. With yet more stinking challenges from the likes of Dolly Dickhead, British Bloke and Holistic Hag. But it's all worth it because I bloody love a snowy level. Snowy levels save me. Finally, another rival decides to make her appearance, and it's Violet. And once we've beaten her, she blames Morcubus, says he'd take Poppy away. I'm sorry, Pooh. Oh, you will be, love. Take stinking Poppy away, loves. Inundated with bloody rivals, here is Star, and she's kind of slaying.
Hello, kind stranger. I'm just a harmless racing fan looking for some friendly competition. I think I did okay my first race. Could you try and beat my time so I can get better idea of the fundamentals?
A reading is what? And what the flip is with all them flipping bubbles, guys? Flipping heck? As it so happens, Star was in fact deceiving me and is not a harmless racer but a racing ninja. Alright. With all them rivals defeated, there's only one thing left to do. Another championship. After, what, 4 arduous races, Pooh is back at the top of the podium. 2 years in a row is great, I admit, but 3 years has a better ring to it. And this crowd is making me uncomfortable. Get me out of here. What is going on, Mayor Rosalind? As you may have heard, we've already started preparing for the Ultimate Cup. I've learnt that Urbz plans on entering the race himself. If he wins, there'll be nothing to stop him from taking over our town. Why are you telling me this, bitch? Who says that? I'll let an old friend explain. Old Gabby? I don't understand. Who is that with you? Pooh, you silly cow, it's probably Sir Charles. Old Gabby's like, Pooh, allow me to introduce you to one of your biggest fans out there, just as suspected. It's Sir Charles. Pooh is like, but I thought you were dead. Well, if Urbz had his way, I would be. It all goes back to that fateful balloon trip 10 years ago. Oh, bloody hell. Gotta listen to his chain of events now. My old nemesis, a nemesis mentioned, everyone, came straight for me in his antique warplane. He cut down the balloon tethers and sent me plummeting towards the ocean. I came to my senses on the shore of a strange island. My knees ached so badly I could barely walk. I get that too, mate. It's called working in retail. Why don't they let you sit down? But he had no idea who he was. The island's inhabitants took me in as one of their own and nursed me back to health. I lived among them for years, and then one day, after a coconut-related mishap, it all came back to me. The balloon trip, Urbz, everything. Even the bet we made before I left. I just knew I had to come back and save Pooey Bollock from the clutches of Urbz Corp. I just wasn't sure how. Unfortunately, my ordeal has left me with 2 bad knees and I can no longer race. Lazy bastard. So he says, Pooh, you must race in my name. Urbz is too confident in his skills and he is almost sure to underestimate you. All you need to do is win the Ultimate Cup, defeat Urbz and save all of Pooey Bollock. Easy, right? No. We get a 4th star to add to our Kalecki. Subsequent to helping few of the usual suspects, I stumble on who else but our show. Oh, sweetie, you've got a bad case of what we call in the biz hair drag. Just sit down and let Shirley take care of it. There you go, hun. Now your hair won't slow you down. Do you want to test it on the tracks? Oh, what a delight. A music level. Then a giant Chaz. After helping her with many a challenge, she then says, helmet hair is a real tragedy that affects too many races today. Even you. I've set up a charity to help fight against helmet hair, and I'm organising an exhibition event to raise funds. Will you race for helmet hair care? Why not? It's a good cause, isn't it? I revamp my pussy wagon to the most clownish of vehicle, and I finally go to the final area of the final land in the racing game, Stuntland Theme Park, and of course Vic Vector is here, an avid thuzy as it were. He goes on about creds and shit, and you know, I had such a dislike of the wretched Vic Vector, but he's like, hey, you're Pooh, the racer, you're awesome. Oh, I've changed my mind, he's a fan. Oh, that's lovely. Then he starts talking about like old school retro 8-bit things, and I kind of zone out because boring, innit? But look at this level, Supersonic Spinball Wizard, guys. Whoa-hey! Whatever it was. And what's all this bollocks about? Anyway, that's more like it. A lovely golden gold. Book Bumble Lady is here now with her challenges in this theme park area, followed by the next rival, Mel the Mummy, apparently short for... He promises that he won't curse me. Oh darling, you can't curse the cursed. Which is followed by yet more tedious task for Bumblebee and Vic, who states, way to make me feel like a total noob, followed by a woot. Alright, love. After an arduous struggle against rival Mel and rival Brandy, the bitch, where my battery runs out in the middle of the race, it's time to face the man, the myth, the legend, our Morky. At last we meet Pooh. I must say, I'm a bit disappointed. I imagine someone with a bit more experience. Huh? I'll have you know I've got plenty of experience in the racing. 9 hours and 24 minutes of racing experience to be precise. I imagine you wish to race Morcubus the Abhorrent, but you'll have to beat his time first. Will thee undertake this challenge? Yeah. And here you are, Pooey Bollock's foolhardy daughter, about to face the vile Morcubus in a 1-to-1 race. Any last words? I'm just gonna beat you, mate. Impossible. You have bested me this time, child, but the horrifying Morcubus and his cohorts will be back for the Ultimate Cup. Beware. Oh, now time for the Ultimate Cup, the moment we've all been bloody waiting for. When will it end? Be careful though, Morcubus has bought some of his minions. Partaking in 5 bloody races, having me quite literally on the edge of my seat in every single bloody race, concluding with me and Chaz quite literally neck and neck. Forget old Morcubus. The only rival here is Chaz. And indeed it was. Who won? It was written in the stars. Oh, written in the stars. And so the cup was won and the city was saved. Every sim, young and old, boy or girl, took to the streets to celebrate. After revealing to everyone that he was back, Sir Charles saw to it that Morcubus and his cronies would honour the bet and stay away. Pooey Bollock's reputation as a racing centre only grew, with the racers and fans alike flocking to the bustling town. As for Pooh, she was celebrated as a local hero and quickly became a world-renowned racing champ. But that night, as the celebrations continued, Sir Charles had one last request of Pooh.
Well, old Gabby was right to trust in you, Pooh. You succeeded beyond our wildest expectations. You have made my dream come true. I'm forever in your debt. Still, there's one more thing I'd like from you.
What now, you old twat?
First, call me Ace. Second, I'd like to race you. No audience, no reward, just the sheer thrill of racing.
He's so weird.
I may be past my prime, but I think I've got one more in me. What do you say?
I say no. Pooh is like, of course, Ace, it'll be an honour to race the legend, in quotes. I don't like this, Pooh. I get thanked by Urbz, and now I've got my 5 stars. Has the town improved? How would I know? I can only see little tiny pictures. So I guess all that's left to do is race that old twat. And people, may I ask what is with all these boxes and the endless amount of laps? Enough of this bollocks now, Charlie lad.
Congratulations, Pooh. You truly are the greatest racer this world has ever seen. Please take this as a token of my appreciation.
And then he gives me a jack-in-a-box. Is that it? Well, that's anticlimactic, isn't it? Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed that racing game. I thought it was going to be some shovelware shite, but I found myself somewhat addicted to it. I like the tracks too. A little tale of Pooey Bollock was interesting. But Party, the less said about that, the better. Thanks everyone for watching. Please check out Part 1 if you haven't already. Until next time, my lovelies, where I'll be playing My Sims Agents and the deplorable My Sims Sky Heroes. To be continued.